Edinburgh, Scotland, a city most known for its rich history, stunning architecture, and vibrant cultural scene. Due to this, it sees a massive 4 million visitors per year. So if you're one of those 4 million people and also happen to like luxury hotels, where do you choose to spend your hard-earned cash? Well, today we're going to compare two heavy hitters in the luxury hotel space in Edinburgh, the famous Balmoral Hotel, and the lesser well-known but impressive all the same 100 Princes Street. To decide our winner, we'll examine three categories: the room, the amenities, and of course, a thick boy like me's favorite, the food. Let's begin with the Balmoral Hotel, which is a true Edinburgh landmark with a storied history. The hotel itself opened in 1902 as the North British Station Hotel. Built by the North British Railway Company, it was meant to serve travelers arriving at Waverley train station, located right next door to the hotel. The iconic clock tower on the Balmoral Hotel is always set to 2 minutes early to help ensure passengers make their trains. In 1988, the hotel was renamed the Balmoral, meaning majestic dwelling in Gaelic, and underwent an extensive renovation to restore its historic elegance while adding modern luxury. Today, it is operated by the Roccoforte Hotels Group and is well known for its refined service, Michelin-starred dining, and of course, Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling finished writing Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows in one of its suites. If the Balmoral isn't getting it done for you, I encourage you to walk approximately 1,000 feet down the road to 100 Princes Street. This boutique hotel, noticeably smaller than the Balmoral, used to be home to a private members-only club called the Royal Overseas League. A club created to be a social and cultural network for people connected to Britain's global community. The hotel is basically brand new, established in 2024, after undergoing an extensive renovation designed to blend Scottish artistry and heritage with a more modern and contemporary design. Alright, now that we've been properly introduced to today's heavyweight contenders, let's take a look at the first of our three categories, the room. And we'll start with the deluxe Old Town View room that we received as a one-category upgrade from a base-level room due to booking with the travel agent through the Roccoforte Nights program. So, I would be interested to know what you all in the comments think of the decor in this room. To me, I think it's fairly mediocre and tired. I also don't really get any inkling of Scottish heritage in what is clearly an Edinburgh landmark. I did very much appreciate the addition of a proper desk to the room, as I'm often working while traveling, and so many hotels seem to be doing away with any decent-sized desk in the room. While the room itself is not super large, coming in at about 300 square feet or 28 square meters, it's clear that the hotel was thoughtful with using the space in an efficient manner. For example, I like how the dual closets are tucked away in this little enclave, which ended up doubling as a great place to also store your luggage in such a way that it was out of the way of the room and kept the room from feeling too cluttered. Everything else in the room was sort of how you would expect it to be. Like I said earlier, I'd be interested to get others' thoughts on the decor in the comments. If you like the gray, then I guess this would be a top 1 hotel for you. The minibar came fully stocked and had some unique items in it, specifically this chocolate bar that has a flavor of iron brew and popping candy. To me, it kinda tasted like stale bubblegum. Now, for the uninitiated, iron brew is a Scottish treasure. Some say it's their second national drink, after whiskey of course. It's a bright orange drink that was originally created in Scotland in the early 1900s. First time I tried it was during a morning golf trip out by St. Andrews, and my Scottish caddy handed it to me and told me I had to try it. I did like it, and I hope I don't make any Scots angry when I say, to me, it tasted most similar to cream soda. Speaking of drinks, we were given 2 free mini bottles of the Balmoral's own gin. I'm no gin expert, they all taste like I'm drinking a bushel of flowers, so I don't really drink much gin. However, I will certainly eat some whiskey chocolate fudge, which was delicious. After all of that eating and drinking, you may find yourself needing a quick trip to the bathroom. Well, you're in luck, because the bathroom was the best thing about this room. I call this the cookies and cream interior, because that's what I think the marble looks like. The bathroom was spacious, with a window that allowed a bit of natural light to come in. Just make sure you're closing that thing at night. You don't want your neighbors to see 2 moons in the night sky. You were provided a dual set of robes and all Irene Forte products, which I found to be very nice, both here and at the Hotel dei Russi in Rome, which just so happens to be my first video ever, which I will link in the description below so that you can tell me whether I've improved or gone downhill. Well, that's about it for the Balmoral room. Why don't we walk a few blocks down the street and go take a look at 100 Princes Street. As you can immediately see, the whole vibe of 100 Princes Street is different than the Balmoral. We were upgraded at check-in from the base room to the Masson Suite, which is a 1-bedroom king suite. And I gotta say, friends, I was blown away. I always feel like when you're traveling, even if you're staying at a luxury hotel, you still want to feel like the hotel has some connection to where you are in the world. And this just oozed Scottish luxury for me. All the way from the tartan on the couch and window shades to the blue carpet and the wooden furniture, I just loved the way the room was decorated, and it had some personality, in stark contrast to the gray on gray on gray of the Balmoral. As far as in-room treats go, we were given 4 apples and some homemade baked goods from the kitchen. We were also provided this lovely bouquet of flowers, which I promptly gave to my wife as payment for making her wait outside while I filmed this room. Now, if having a view is important to you, I don't think this room is going to get the job done for you, unless of course your ideal view is the backside of a bunch of Scottish buildings, which is fine, we don't judge here. The room also had a space to get some work done and a fireplace, which we did not use. The hallway leading towards the bedroom had closets on either side, once again an impressive use of space in these Edinburgh hotels. You do get your slippers, robe, a stocked mini fridge, and coffee accessories that you'd expect. The slippers were pretty sweet too and covered up my feet. Sorry, no selling feet pics today. Check back tomorrow though. The bedroom was a very decent size with a comfortable king bed and more pillows than any sane person would ever use. The correct amount of pillows is 2. You need 1 to lay on and 1 to hold on to. And before you get mad at me and call me a bad husband and go, Seth, why don't you hold on to your wife while you sleep? Well, you just outed yourself as someone who has never tried to cuddle someone in their sleep because it's extremely uncomfortable. Normally, I would never encourage this, but if you were about to comment that, I give you permission to click away from this video and go get a girlfriend and try it out for the first time. I know that you can do it. I believe in you. Okay, what a tangent that was. Where were we? Oh yes, we were about to step into this gorgeous green marble bathroom. 100 Princes Street uses white label products, which I guess is fine, and they're probably just as good, but I am a sucker for a good brand like Diptyque or Bulgari amenities, and would have liked to have seen that here. One thing to note about this bathroom that isn't immediately obvious, unless you have a superpower that can see heat, is the bathroom floors are actually heated. Which is great because it gets very cold up here in Edinburgh, as you might imagine. The green marble continued into the shower, which is going to wrap it up for the 100 Princes Street room review, which to me is the obvious winner of the room category, and it isn't particularly close. But don't count out the Balmoral just yet, because we still have amenities and food to talk about. So let's start with the amenities at the Balmoral. And we'll begin with their state-of-the-art fitness center. Also, little pro tip right off the bat, if you're like me and drink a lot of water, but are sick and tired of hotels giving you too little of the free water, just bring your bottle to the fitness center there. Will always be plenty of free filtered water there. Anyways, absolutely love the wallpaper in this fitness center. It's hilarious. Wish they would have brought some of this personality to the rooms. The fitness center really blew me away. It was massive, spanning multiple rooms and having just about everything you could ever need. There were treadmills, stationary bikes, weightlifting equipment, which a lot of hotel fitness centers will skimp on so that they can add more cardio machines. There was even a studio here to do whatever kind of workouts you do in a studio. Yoga, maybe? I mean, for me, this is a 10 out of 10. One of the best fitness centers I've seen in a hotel. The only drawback is that there are no windows, so you can't really get any natural light, but that's a small concern. The Balmoral also has a spa, which I am told is nice, but spas are literally the most awkward place ever to try and film. So this awful video of the lobby of the spa is the best I can do for you before I scurried back into the elevator. Now, I'm not including this restaurant in the food section of the video because I didn't actually get a chance to eat here, but I still wanted you to know it exists. This is the Balmoral's fine dining option and purports to serve dishes with a classic Scottish flavors with a modern flair. I really like how it looks and how in your face the red is, so I was disappointed that I didn't get a chance to try it out. Moving on to the Balmoral Gallery room that I thought was pretty interesting despite having not seen a single person in this room during my entire stay. The exhibit on display showcased photos from different Instagram artists all over the city. Each of the photos were unique, showcasing different parts and perspectives of the city. They even had a competition for the best one, with this photo taking home the gold. Up the stairs was another seating area, and it kind of feels like the Balmoral just wasn't entirely sure what to do with the space right above the lobby. This, however, is where you can get a sneak peek of the harpist playing and looking over the palm court. We'll see more on that in a bit. One of the Balmoral's claims to fame, and they make sure that they put this on display, is that the J.K. Rowling, the author of Harry Potter, actually finished one of the books while staying in one of the suites here. The Balmoral has a rich literary history, which they put on display throughout the hallways. Now, this wouldn't be a Scottish hotel if it didn't have a Scotch room, now would it? The entrance to the whiskey room is decorated with bottles belonging to many famous and important people, including Sir Rocco Forte himself. Inside, it is actually a very small room. There's probably room for no more than 20 people, but that smallness doesn't extend to the collection, which was large and extensive, including the crown jewel, which was Macallan 40. Since I don't have the thousands of pounds that would cost, I instead went for the Oban Distiller's Edition, which was wonderful. So that's it for the Balmoral amenities. Let's see how 100 Princes Street stacks up. And I recommend that you prepare yourself for how insane their amenities are. Psych! The only insane thing is that they basically have no amenities. There's no gym, no spa, any of that. But they do have a whiskey room. This is Scotland after all. And I thought it was very nice and inviting with great selection. I think it's obvious the Balmoral wins the amenities category. Okay, now for the section I know all you hungry little piggies have been waiting for. The food. So we're going to start off in a dining area called the Palm Court here in the Balmoral, because we did try the afternoon tea, and this is where they host it. It is really a beautiful room. It gives off vibes of a room you might find in a fancy hotel in Florence or Rome, so I dig it. And it comes complete with a harpist. We began our adventure with a shooter of leek and butter bean soup with chorizo oil. After that, things got crazy when they brought out the triple stack. I'll tell you what they are, but I'm gonna have to go quickly. On top, we have a pork and fennel sausage roll, confit potato wild mushroom tarragon, and goat's cheese fig and parma ham crostini. In the middle, we have mature cheddar cheese, spiced plum chutney, coronation chicken, baby watercress, egg mayo, chives, watercress, pastrami and piccolini mayo, and Belhaven smoked trout with cucumber tzatziki. Rounding out the bottom, we have classic scone and fruit scone with clotted cream and jam. Then of course don't forget about the tea. The higher up you pour it, the better it tastes. Or so I think. If that wasn't enough food for you, you were also given some really good little bite-sized desserts, and we added on a hot chocolate for good measure. You also got your own special little Balmoral tea. It was a nice touch. Alright, now we're going to fast forward to breakfast because I know people are weirdly passionate about hotel breakfasts. I prefer to just go into town and get something local, but hey, I'm a man of the people, so I did this for y'all. Breakfast takes place in Balmoral's main restaurant, the Prince Brasserie. The menu was extensive with tons of good stuff that you could either get at the buffet or get it made to order to your table. My personal favorite was the crispy bacon roll, which you'll see over here on the left side. Yes, that is room service. We didn't feel like going downstairs one morning. Don't judge us. At the Prince Brasserie, you can also grab dinner if you so desire, and that's just what we did one of the nights. As you may have been able to tell from the name, they serve French food, which is never a bad option, although not very unique either. We started off with the steak tartare and hand-dyed scallops, which were good, but I have a bone to pick about the scallops, or should I say scallop. 24 pounds for one scallop is absolutely nuts, and the menu says scallops, as in more than one. I want a refund. After I recovered from crashing out about the scallop, I ordered the potato gnocchi that came with a cherry tomato fondue and poached egg, which was unique and delicious. Then we split some cheesy potatoes, and my wife chose to chow down on the filet mignon with a béarnaise sauce. Honestly, a strong start from the Balmoral in the food department, except for that scallop. Let's head back over to 100 Princes Street and see what they have to say about that. Before we started stuffing our face, I just had to show y'all the staircase art at 100 Princess Street. Isn't that pretty? The Wallace is the name of the bar and restaurant here, and the really cool thing is that this space is not open to the public. It's hotel guests only, so it was never busy and it was a super relaxing place to enjoy a drink or a meal. We will once again start off with breakfast, as it is the most important meal of the day after all. All of the food is made to order. You won't find a buffet here. My wife went for the salmon and avocado toast, while I, of course, had to go for the full Scottish breakfast, which was excellent and scratched my itch for something local. So do you guys care about the ambiance of a restaurant, or is it really just all about the food for you? Obviously, I'm a vibes guy, so how the restaurant feels is fairly important to me. Now, I'm not crazy. Of course, the food is the most important part, but I also like to be in a comfortable and relaxing place. The food menu for dinner here had a good amount of options, but was completely dwarfed by the variety of drinks you can get here. I guess Scots like to drink. And who am I to say no to a nice crisp glass of champagne after all? Cheers, my friends. Then we started off with some house-made chips and dip before getting to our mains. I went a little crazy here and got three things. Just your classic Caesar salad and calamari, but then I got a little wild and ordered the haggis bonbons, which honestly were incredible. If you don't know what haggis is, give it a quick Google. It doesn't sound great, but honestly, if prepared correctly, it's very good. And of course, I had to wash that down with an Innis and gun while having incredible views of the Edinburgh Castle. As we wrap up the food portion of this video, I wanted to note that we were also given some treats every night in our room. One night though, we were given these little crackers with some sort of fish paste on them, which was literally one of the worst things I've ever had. But they were able to redeem themselves when I ordered this classic bacon cheeseburger for a little taste of home. Okay, so which hotel wins? This is a competition after all. So here's the thing. I think it's clear that 100 Princess Street has the better room. It's much more comfortable. It feels like you're actually in Scotland and you get a little bit of that local flavor, as opposed to the Balmoral, which, while spacious and had good views of Old Town, was just gray on gray on gray. It was dreary. On the other hand, it's clear that the Balmoral wins in the amenities section, because they had an amazing state-of-the-art fitness center, had that really cool Instagram exhibit, and overall just actually had amenities, which is something that 100 Princess Street cannot say. So really, I think it comes down to the food here, which it often does. And for me, 100 Princess Street takes the cake on the food. And yes, that's pun intended. They just had more local Scottish-inspired options. And when you're traveling, that's what you want. You want to experience the culture. You want to see how the hotel can take a traditional Scottish dish and elevate it. And that's just something I was able to get at 100 Princess Street, which I wasn't able to say the same for at the Balmoral. Now, regardless of 100 Princess Street winning 2 out of 3 of the categories, I would choose to stay here again anyway, just for the simple fact that the hotel is smaller, it feels more intimate, it feels more relaxing, and I just overall had a better time here. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'd be curious to see what you think. You won't be disappointed if you stay at either of these places. Both have their own strengths, both are iconic in their own regards, and obviously the Balmoral has the history edge. So if that's something that you're into, that would be a place to go. So yeah, let me know what you think. And thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys again soon, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See ya.